All right, back at it. Full Metal again. Last couple of singles matches I had didn't quite go my way, and now I'm going to be playing Kirk, who's one of the best players of the league. Haven't had the pleasure of playing him yet, so this should be really interesting. I do want to thank him. Through his strength, I got to see some really interesting movies I probably would have missed otherwise, so that was good. But yeah, Full Metal, you got the round three, which I'm not great at, and we know that Kirk is a master at, so this should be a really fun match. I'm just hoping that the wheel is nicer to me than it was the last couple of times, and hey, let's just have some fun.
Hello, Kirk.
Hello, Jacoby. Surprised to see you here.
Yes, I know. Because I'm in a weird situation, Kirk. Because more at the center of everything that I hold, I hate you with a fiery passion. But I respect the hell out of you, and I want you to do really well. So I'm here to make sure that you clinch this victory.
All right, I appreciate that. Feelings mutual. Yeah, Jay wasn't able to make it, so he found the best possible substitute, and Jacoby's been, working with us, working with me, and the whole group to get through this. Another tournament. I won the last one. They said you're in another one. I said great. They said you're number one seed. I said awesome. They said you're playing Matt Cuellar. I said former Full Metal writer and current Warzone team champion Matt Cuellar. That's the 16 seed, and they said yeah. So. Hey, we got to take out who we can here.
They're trying to throw a bunch of stuff at you, Kirk, but you're just going to overcome and come out on top again.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't expect it to be easy. I got to play the best players at some point if I want to win that title, and Matt is one of the best players. I'm excited about it. I'm a little suspicious because Matt looks like he's gotten a haircut since last time I saw him, so he's not following the social distance rules very well.
He should be kicked out.
I hope he follows the Full Metal game rules a lot better. But yeah, this could be fun. Let's do this.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Full Metal Trivia. My name is Andrew the Dive Bar. That's Malcolm the Crusher Goldie Lay. It's another tournament time. We have Kirk Kowalkowski versus Matt Cuellar, the number 1 seed versus the number 16 seed. As Kirk brought up in his promo, Matt's a very strong player. He's a very strong for the 16 seed. So this is going to be a very interesting match. Malcolm, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting match. Like, with Matt being the 16 seed, it surprised me because I thought he had a better record than that. But yeah, this is going to be a tough because Kirk is number 1 seed for a reason. So
absolutely, yeah, Kirk is the number 1 seed for a reason. He had the last title shot against Jeremy before he stepped down. He won the tournament last year. So, yeah, we have 2 really tough competitors, and I can't wait to get this started. Let's bring them into the ring. Introducing first, with a record of 2-3, it is the number 16 seed, Matt Casual Chaos Cuellar. And coming in next, with a record of 4 wins, 1 defeat, the number 1 seed, Kirk the Consigliere Kowalkowski.
Hey, everybody.
All right, gentlemen, how are you feeling today?
Pretty good. Ask me after the match.
All right, well, gentlemen, here are your round 1 rules. Every competitor is going to get 8 questions from 8 different categories. It's your basic whiteboard format. For each question, you will have 15 seconds to write an answer down. After the time is up, both competitors will show what they have written. Correct answer is worth 1 point. If a competitor answers all 8 questions correctly, they will receive a bonus question. There is no steals. There is no penalties for missing a point. Gentlemen, are you ready for your first question?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Malcolm, why don't you take the first question?
In the category of directors, who directed Bridesmaids?
Have you ever been a bridesmaid yourself, Malcolm?
I mean, technically I have in Classic. I've always got to round 3, but just never won.
Fair enough. I still have my dress from the last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, let's start with Kirk.
Not sure of the spelling, but I said Paul Feig.
And Matt.
Yeah, I thought I got 3-pit in there, but yeah, I didn't get
Okay, you're kind of lagging on us a little bit.
Okay.
You want to have him drop out and come back in?
And we're back. And your next question, Kirk got that. We're going to give Kirk the point for that one. Your next question is going to come in sci-fi fantasy. In what sci-fi film will you find a cast that includes Gina Rodriguez, Oscar Isaac, Tessa Thompson, and Natalie Portman? Who's your favorite out of all of those performers?
It's really tough as I like them all for different things, but I think at the moment I'm probably going to say Tessa Thompson. I think she's great.
That's fair. I want to see her in more things, which is why I'm going to go with Natalie Portman for this one. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start with Matt.
Annihilation.
And Kirk.
Yeah, I just realized I'm not unsure how to spell this word. Annihilation.
Close enough. Phonetically, it's fine.
This is not the spelling trip. Full middle spelling.
If it was, I'd be 0-5.
The next question is the category of drama. In what 2010s drama would you find the OS1 operating system?
I don't even know what kind of operating system I have in my computer, which is probably something I should probably know.
Yep.
I'm going to assume it's the same for you.
Yeah, pretty much. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Matt.
Her?
Kirk.
Also said her.
That is correct.
All right, your next category is the scaries, the jumpers. It's horror thriller. In The Witch, or The Vivitch, what type of animal is Black Phillip? So yeah, horror movies. I'm slowly starting to get into them more. Before that, I was a big, what you would call a scaredy cat.
Yeah, I mean, I love a lot of horror movies. There's definitely a lot of interesting ones that are coming out, which a lot of people say aren't really horror.
3. They can say that all they want. 1. Pens down. Let's start with Kirk.
It's the greatest of all time. It's a goat.
And Matt.
He's a bad goat.
That is very true. We specifically had bad goat, but we will accept goat.
The next question comes to the category of Oscars. What film won Best Picture for films released in 2015?
A pretty good year for films, honestly. I would start listing off some of them, but, hints and all that.
Exactly. You don't want to accidentally give away the answer.
Because I'm kind of inclined to do that sometimes. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Matt.
I know I'm early, but Argo.
And Kirk.
The Spotlight?
Spotlight is correct.
Your next category comes in non-US films. What American actor stars as Andy Miller in the 1967 French musical The Young Girls of Roquefort? Do you like French films, Malcolm?
I'm not a big foreign movie guy myself. Although some people would like to argue because I like American movies, I do like foreign films.
Nailed it. That's exactly what I was hoping to get. And we're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let us start with Kirk.
Throw out a guess. Gene Kelly?
And Matt.
For some reason, Rip Torn was the first thing that hopped in my head.
Gene Kelly is correct.
Oh, wow!
The next question comes in the category of recent releases. Which 2019 film features Patrick Wilson, Woody Harrelson, and Ed Skrein?
Screen. It's like a door. It's the only way that I remember this guy's name. I am not kidding you. That's my trick. I got asked about this movie because of someone's accent, and I said I'm not actually from there. So, after you, Malcolm.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Matt
Midway.
and Kirk.
I don't even want to show my answer.
All right. You're gonna have to tell us after we're done recording, at least.
Okay.
We're gonna force you. And finally,
Midway was correct, though?
Midway is correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And finally, your last category is plot summary. Name the following film. Based on a true story, an acclaimed author starts to write about the events of a real-life murder, and while interviewing one of the two murderers, develops a strong emotional bond with him. Malcolm, what's your favorite book?
It's so easy to say the Harry Potter series, but I'm probably going to go the Lord of the Rings.
Fair enough. That's a good answer. I'm going to go with Of Mice and Men. Which obviously is not the answer. So we can say those. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kirk.
The Capote?
And Matt.
Capote.
Capote is correct. All right, and after round 1, we're going to take a quick break just to double check our scores, and we will be right back soon. All right, and we're back after the quick score count, and we have a pretty close match. Right now in the lead, we have Kirk with 7 points, and we have Matt trailing closely behind him with 5 points, but anything can happen in round 2. Round 2 is being the wheel round. Malcolm, why don't you give our contestants the rules of this round?
Yep, so in round 2, you spin a wheel. The leading competitor, who is Kirk, is going to decide whether to go first or second. And then the player going first can bet on either red or black. The wheel will spin and land on either a category or a colour. If a colour is spin, the competitor with the corresponding colour will choose a category for themselves or their opponent. If a category is spun, they can choose to respin once, but then they have to stick with whatever category it lands on. And then they get 4 questions with 2 points each, unless they go to multiple choice, which is 1 point, and there is stealing in this round.
Okay, and Kirk, since you are in the lead, you can choose to go first or second. Let's bring in your manager.
Hey, Kirk.
Hey, Jacoby. I think we're going to go second, right?
I agree, because there's a lot of kind of bar craziness on that wheel. It might be better to let Cuellar get something off that might
thin that out a little bit.
Yeah,
we'll go second.
We're in sync.
I am insulted, but I respect that choice. All right, so Matt, you're going to go first, so you can choose the option of either red or black.
Let's go black.
Okay, so let me pull up your wheel. And okay, so your categories today are, just as a reminder, your categories are nature films, 2010s movies, actor/actress filmography, George Clooney, taglines, quotes, take me out to the ball game, animation, comedy, musicals, 70s Lumet, which is Kirk's strength, and 90s action films, which is Matt's strength, and of course, red and black. Remind me what your color was, Matt?
Black.
Black. So Kirk's going to get red. We're going to start on black. And your spin is away. All right, so it lands on taglines. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
There are a lot worse categories on that wheel. I'll go ahead and take it. Let's just roll the dice.
All right. Malcolm, would you like to take this one?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Red love tooth.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I made a mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, I have made a mistake. I'm going to apologize to everyone here. This is my fault. So I wrote down taglines in the categories listed. The category that's supposed to be there is scores and soundtracks.
Oh, I don't want that, no.
Okay. So would you just like me to spin again, or do you want me to just like reset that wheel?
Let's just go ahead and reset that wheel.
Okay. Okay. My apologies. God damn it. God damn it. This was supposed to go so smoothly. Okay.
So, I mean, so Jacoby was right. This wheel does seem some bar craziness.
It does have some bar craziness to it. Okay. So, let me just edit that. I am so sorry, you guys. That is my fault. I apologize.
Yeah, 2 spins to make it up to me.
I do. You're right. Okay. So we're gonna come back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're back. I made a mistake. I wrote taglines in the list of categories when I accidentally meant to write scores and soundtracks. Because of that, we're gonna give Matt a respin and we reset the wheel. So we're starting on black again. And here's your spin. Actor, actress, filmography. Would you like that?
Yeah, let's go with it.
Okay. Malcolm, would you like to take that one? That one I know is there. Witty banter, witty banter, witty banter.
And I found it.
Great.
Oops. I thought I had it, but it took me to the wrong.
It's 4
All
questions. Right. It's been a while since I've played Full Metal.
Yes.
Full Metal 4 questions.
So you're going to get 4 questions, multiple choice, 2 points if you get it right without multiple choice, 1 point if you get it right with, and there is steals.
And there's only 2 multiple choice options, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And they're both the same option.
Nice.
Your first question in actor actress filmography. Who has appeared in the following films? Savages, The Hitman's Bodyguard, and Traffic.
Selma Hayek. Final answer.
For 2 points. Your next question. Who has appeared in the following films? Airport 1975, Rangeville 2, and A Touch of Evil.
Charlton Heston. Final answer.
2 points. The next question. Who has appeared in the following films? Easy A, Tombstone, and Spanglish.
I think we need multiple choice on this one.
Your multiple choice options are, is it A, Michael Rooker, B, Stanley Tucci, C, Powers Booth, or D, Thomas Hayden Church?
I'm going to say Michael Rooker. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Kirk, do you have a steal?
Can I have the options again?
Yep. Is it A, Michael Rooker, B, Stanley Tucci, C, Powers Booth, or D, Thomas Hayden Church?
I'm going to say Thomas Hayden Church.
Thomas Hayden Church is correct for a point. And your ultimate question in Actors Actresses. Who has appeared in the following films? Widows, Roman J. Esquire, and Winter's Tale.
Colin Farrell. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay, so with that, Matt has jumped up to 11 points, and Kirk, with that 1 point steal, has knocked himself up to 8 points. Kirk, we are moving over to you. Let's bring your manager in.
Okay.
All right. And we are starting on your color. So red. And your spin is in. Oh, what the heck? What was
Bar.
It's spinning.
on
It's
bar.
still spinning. Take me out to the ball game. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I don't feel terrible about that.
Baseball. It's not a bad category compared to a lot of the things on there. I mean, you're down not a huge amount, where I feel like even if you don't know it, you can work your way through this category pretty well.
Yeah.
But up to you if you want to risk the dice and go for something you're a bit.
No, honestly, this is one of the ones on the wheel where I said, that's not that bad. But it's bar, so it's... well, I won't say anything. Yeah, we'll take it.
Okay. We're going to take me out to the ball game. All right. So I will be reading you your questions and take me out to the ball game. And your first question. Who plays shoeless Joe Jackson in Field of Dreams?
In Field of Dreams, it is...
Oh, take Jacoby out.
Yeah, Yeah. In Field of Dreams, Ray Liotta.
For 2 points. Your next question. For what team does Joe Hardy play for after he is turned young in the musical Damn Yankees?
The Washington Senators.
For 2 points.
That's the one I was going to say. I know there's going to be a damn Yankees question.
That's true. Everyone should expect something like that from me. All right, your next question. What job does Smalls get when he is older in The Sandlot?
Smalls? Give me multiple on this. I just want to make sure.
Your multiple choice options are A, a Nike representative, B, a baseball bat manufacturer, C, a sports broadcaster, or D, athletic trainer.
Broadcaster.
For 1 point. And your final question in Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Who plays candy bar producer Walter Harvey in A League of Their Own?
Gary Marshall.
For 2 more points. All right. We are going to take another quick break just to do a quick score count, and we will be right back. And we're back after that. So we still have a pretty close match coming here. We have Kirk with a score of 15 points, and we have Matt with a score of 11 points. It's still anyone's game as we move into round 3. Round 3 is the deep cuts round. And gentlemen, here are the rules of round number 3. There will be 1 question worth 2 points and 2 questions worth 4 points each. There is no multiple choice available, but there is also no stealing. A wheel will be spun to determine the movie for each question. Players will have the option to respin only 1 time in round 3, so choose wisely. If a movie has no questions remaining for a respective point value, and a player lands on it, they will get a technical respin. The player behind will start answering questions first. Once that player ties or moves ahead of their opponent, the other player will get their first question. Each player will go back and forth answering their questions until a player is mathematically eliminated. Gentlemen, do you understand the rules of this round?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the movies for round 3 in this match are Die Hard, Booksmart, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, The Englishman Who Went Up a Hill But Came Down a Mountain, Friday, Young Frankenstein, and A Face in the Crowd. So, Matt, we're going to go to you first for your 2-point spin. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, and your spin is in. Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Oh, I'll keep that.
Okay. So, Malcolm, would you like to ask his 2-point question?
I can.
Excellent.
Your 2-point question. Who plays the leader of the public news team?
Tim Robbins.
2 points.
Okay. So you are still behind by 2 points. So you are going to get your next spin. Here we go. Booksmart. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I think I'd take that.
Okay. Malcolm, would you like to ask his first 4-point question in Booksmart?
Your first 4-point question in Booksmart. What company does Leo say he's going to work for? Theo. What company does Theo say he's going to work for when Molly finds out Triple A days that she's going to the same college as her?
That would be Google.
That's good.
For 4 points.
I'm just like Ron Burgundy. I read exactly what's in front of me.
You did, and I don't know why. I don't know why when I type it in, it automatically changes to days. So, all right, Kirk, we're gonna spin for your 2-point question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, and your spin. Whoop. It's a weak spin, but it's in.
It's in.
Guess who's coming to dinner? Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I'll keep it.
Okay. So your first question in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Who plays Tilly?
Oh, I hope I pronounce it right. Isabel Sanford?
For 2 points. That ties it up, but because Kirk has more questions left, he is going to get his spin next. Kirk, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. Once again, it's a weak... You know what? Hold on. Boom.
Show that wheel who's boss.
That's right. A face in the crowd. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I'll keep it.
All right. So your first question in A Face in the Crowd. Where does Marcia hide her microphone when she records Lonesome in the jail at the beginning of the film?
In her basket.
For 4 points. 4. All right. So here's the situation we're in. Matt has 1 question left. With this, he can tie the game. However, if he gets it wrong, Kirk wins the match. So, Matt, are you ready for your final 4-point spin?
Let's do it.
Show this wheel who's boss this time. Still weak, but whatever. Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Let's keep it.
All right. Malcolm, ask him his second 4-pointer in The Legend of Ron Burgundy.
Your second 4-pointer is: what is Ron watching when Veronica tries to use the tape player which leads them to fight? In 5, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2. I can give you that. What is Ron watching when Veronica tries to use the tape player which leads them to fight? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Watching
Wow.
a video of one of his newscasts.
And your winner, Kirk, the Consigliere Kowalkowski. The answer was his Emmy acceptance speech. That was a great game. Both players doing an excellent job in this match. Let's do post-match interviews. Let us start with our unfortunate second-place finisher. Let's start with Matt. There we go. Matt, you put up a great match, buddy. You didn't get Kirk didn't TKO you. You got to the final question. Honestly, a weaker competitor in this situation would not have gotten it nearly as far as you. First, I want to ask what your thoughts are in the match.
I thought it was a pretty good match. I knew that if I didn't have the lead going into round 3, it was going to pretty much be over because I know Kirk probably studied every single one of these movies very well. So I was able to watch most of them. I just watched Anchorman today, but I guess that part I wasn't super paying attention to. The curse of having a cell phone in quarantine, I guess. But yeah, it was a good match. I was happy. Round 2, I thought went pretty well. There were some categories I wasn't looking forward to. I managed to get one that I thought I did pretty good with. Round 1, I thought there were some really good questions in there. So, hey, I mean, I went up against the number 1 seed, so pretty good fight is all I really needed to do. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you put up, is a really good fight. Now, let's ask the question that most people get asked. Is there anyone that you want to fight after this tournament's over? Anyone that you have your eye on? Anybody new? Anybody who's a veteran?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I kind of would be interested in playing some of the newer folks, because I've played a lot of the veterans and stuff. So it'd be interesting to a lot of the new players are really good. So it'd be interesting to get some new challenges. So
any particular rookies that you have in mind?
I don't know, that Jacoby guy. I heard he's pretty good. So that could be a fun matchup.
Okay, well, very interesting. Well, unfortunately, Jacoby actually has a spot, and he still has to play in this tournament. So maybe afterwards, he somehow squeaked in as a rookie. It's kind of unprecedented.
Hey, I know the feeling.
Yeah. Malcolm, do you have any questions for Matt before we head over to Kirk?
I don't have anything.
All right. Well, Matt, congratulations on a really hard-fought match. You're a great sport and you're a great competitor, and we cannot wait.
I just want to say, Andrew, great job with the questions. I know from experience it's a tough job, but you've been doing really great so far. So keep up the good work.
Matt, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that coming from you, essentially my tutor in all of this. So thank you so much, Matt. We'll see you shortly. And let's bring in our victor, Kirk, and you know what? Let's bring in his manager as well.
Why not?
Yeah,
Sure.
Why not? My first question is why not bring your manager in? My second question, though, is Kirk, how you feeling after this? This was a great match, a great victory. You pulled out some really tough questions. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm relieved. I knew Matt wasn't going to play like a 16 seed, and he didn't. He had a great round 1. It really had me sweating in round 2. I mean, he really was strong in that category, and I knew I'd had to match him in my spin, and how that made that spin really important. And that third round, his last question there, Anchorman's a tough movie because people know it so well. It's hard to go deep cut. That was a deep cut question, so that was a rough one for him to miss. So for him to get. He played great. So all respect to Matt. But yeah, one step closer. I'm glad to get back into Full Metal Singles and get a win. My last match, I did not look good. So it's nice to come back, pull off a win, and just one step closer to that title.
One question to both of you: when you spun "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," what was your thought process, and why did you decide to stick with that one?
Because your wheel is crazy, Bar.
Obviously, for obvious reasons.
No, like I said, when I besides my strength, I saw on there were maybe 2 or 3 that I really liked, and that's one of them. I'm pretty good in baseball movies, and my range is pretty wide on them. And like I said, I knew there would be one. Honestly, I swear to God, Bar, as soon as I spun that, I'm like, Washington Senators. That's going to be the answer to one of these questions. So,
I'm getting too predictable. I need to make these questions harder, apparently.
But no, I felt comfortable with that, and it worked out well, fortunately.
It did work out because Kirk did great. Because if I'm thinking correctly, I think Kirk only missed one question in round one at the end. In round one, that was the only question that he missed throughout the entire match. It just shows what a force that I hate to say it. What a force Kirk is in the leagues that he plays. He's number one, as everyone keeps saying. He's number one for a reason, and there's no doubt that this is probably the champion at the end of this all. So.
Excellent. Great to hear that. Yeah, you're going to be a very tough competitor to face. Malcolm, do you have any questions?
Not really. I was just trying to stall for time so I can find out who's potentially playing next year, who's afraid of.
Oh, do you have it? Because I have it if you don't.
If you've got it, then yeah, go for it.
All right, Kirk. Between these two competitors, which one of these people would you rather play against? The two people you could possibly be playing are RJ and Cameron.
Ooh, okay.
Specifically Cameron Holtzman.
Now that Jacoby's on my side, Cameron's definitely public enemy number one for me. So it'd be great to get another shot to play him again. He and I have a really fun feud going. But watching RJ upset him would also be a lot of fun. So I think that would be an interesting match. So yeah, I mean, I'll take. Like I said, I got to fight or play 4 people to get to that title. That's what I'm going for. It's all nameless, great faces. The eyes are on the prize.
All right. Well, Kirk, we're excited to see your next match. We're excited to see if Jacoby will be there as well. I
like being you because you win. It's great. It's really great.
All right. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys soon.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. All right. Well, Malcolm, I think that was a really great match. A good back and forth. Both of these competitors showing why they're so highly ranked in this group of competitors that we have in Full Metal. What are your thoughts on the match?
This was a fun match. Like both Kirk and Matt played really well. I thought Kirk was going to. I thought Matt was going to sort of take Kirk to the end there, which he did, but just like the Eggman question, like when it comes to plot base, so much happens in that movie, and it's really hard.
Yeah,
sometimes
there's a lot that goes on in that movie, so sometimes there are just those things that you miss. But honestly, it happens to every competitor. Both of these players should be very proud of the performance that they put on today. But that's going to be it from us, from Full Metal Trivia. My name is Andrew the Dive Bar. That's Malcolm the Crusher Goldie Lay. For the two of us, for Matt Cuellar, for Kirk Kowalkowski, and for Jacoby Bancroft, my mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my sister thanks you, and I thank you. Have a good night, guys.